Alright, what's up YouTube? So today, on today we'll be doing back, just so lats, rhomboids, and traps. Pretty much all covered. I mean, just rhomboids and lats, pretty much. Pretty much I just covered that with two exercises today. Barbell rows, which I did 185 for 11 here. And then, which was really easy, but pretty good intensity. I wouldn't say all out, but like could have gone heavy, but it's been a couple months since I've done rows. Um, yeah, so then I did a lighter set with 135, a little more bent over, pretty much as perfect as it gets. And barbell rows are really underutilized because people, they would rather use machines, but these are important to build. You can build the most muscle with this. You can because you can load your back up the most with it, and it's free weight. So your spinal erectors are in play, right? So you're getting all three things. Now I'm doing pull-ups here. So I did a 25-pound plate, did 8 reps with it, not bad. Wide grip pull-ups, all the way down, and as high as I can get it. This does my teres major a lot really well. Very undertrained muscle that most people have. So I did this for 2 sets for failure, and I did 2 sets of body weight for failure, and that's all I did for today. That's all I did for yesterday. So I'm taking Wednesdays as a rest day because did 2 compounds back to back those days. So take a day off Wednesday, and then I'll train again on Thursday, Friday, and then see how I feel in the weekend. So with pull-ups, the key is to get the stretch. That is the most important part. Sorry, I'm just checking my driveway. But that is the most important part of the pull-up, is getting that stretch.
Just taking it out.
And you can contract as high as you can, but more than like a 90 degree angle in your arms is like, see how like it stops right there? You get the 90-degree mark. That's like all lats. Higher than that, you're getting like lower traps, like really heavy incorporation lower traps. So getting that your arms to like a 90 degree angle is pretty much all lats. And so make sure you get that bottom stretch and you're good. And I just did a couple sets of bodyweight pull-ups, and that's about it. And I'll let my friend record a set of barbell curls, which he's doing right now. He likes to train pretty strict, as you can tell. That's like his style, which, I mean, it works great. I mean, he's getting pretty big. He made a lot of progress in a couple years, and should be proud of himself. Pretty good progress, right? Reached almost a body weight of 170. It's just as tall as me, you know what I mean? So, pretty damn good. And that's about it, guys. See ya.
Alright, so, yeah guys, so that's the first back workout I hit in a few months. Pretty good. Not really, you know what I mean, I haven't done rows in a few months. And pretty good, I mean, 185 for 11 for pretty strict form like that. Pretty good. Zero, drive to the concentric was actually rather slow, making it a lot more difficult. I'm gonna be increasing the weight by a lot. I'll be throwing maybe like 230, 240 on, and just do, just strange reps with it, like just not worried about the form, because that's what tears my muscles up more, that's what stimulates them more. So I'm gonna do that, and just increase the weight till the point where, and I don't have to bring it up all the way up, it just has to be, the stretch is what matters, for me at least. And yeah. I don't know. There's nothing really too much else to explain. But I don't know. I hope you guys are doing well. I know it's it's a brutal world out there, but you just gotta, it's very cliche, but you just gotta like look for that light, right? And it's not even the fact that like the world is depressing and stuff. It's just like, it's hard to find your own path, and people are like, oh, you gotta find your own path, but it's like, how do you do that, right? And in order to do that, it takes a lot of, what do you call it? A lot of isolation. You need a lot of isolation. Most people don't get enough isolation to understand how to get, that's where they discover like their own path most of the time, right? And you need this constant thought, right? This isolation. You need this time, these moments to like find yourself, right? And that's where, when you find your path and you know from your intuition, and it's also an intuition type thing where you figure it out. That's when everything clicks. When your intuition tells you like this is the way, you're gonna go that way, and then you will have a pretty decent to good life if you do that, right? And most people never really achieve that because it's they don't spend enough time to that self-realization, really looking at what intuition means, right? And I know I just kind of threw some confusing information at you, but this is like the main way to discover your what do you call it? Your path, like what makes you you, right? I don't know what else is I gonna say, but yeah, guys, my workouts are gonna be pretty short. Don't expect super long workouts, no more than like 2 or 3 minutes of footage of just me lifting. It's just gonna be mainly me talking about just everyday things. And I need to stop talking about broad topics too much because that's just what I do. I talk way too broad in it, and we don't talk just about like what's going on today, like even though I may find it a bit boring to talk about my own day, but it is important because it's like a journaling type thing where like you list down everything you do in that day. I'm like, okay, this is what I did today, and let's see what we can do for tomorrow, right? Because too many of us, we look at our whole life as one piece, but it's not one piece. It's like 30,000 pieces, right? One for each day, right? And that's the type of thing that you gotta look into. You have to split it up into these 30,000 little parts, but that's what makes it much easier, because then it's like, okay, now you just go by day thing. And then if you survive each day, right, you do what you have to do for each day, you can't lose, right? So it's just it's like one of these type of things that truly helps you out. I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, it is nice out today. It's pretty sunny, so I'm gonna get my sunlight in, right? But maybe you guys want to see longer workouts. I might do longer workouts, honestly. I will. I just gotta. Again, I'm a lifter who's returned. I'm a returning lifter, right? I know Horse Meat's kind of doing a whole series about like returning back to lifting. And what I noticed about a lot of these like returning lifters is that they have very good genetics for muscle building, right? For hypertrophy. So, such as Horse Meat has great structure, great muscle building potential. I mean, he used to bench 315 for multiple reps. Like this guy is no joke, right? And he's not like some Shansborough type build. He's got a very beachy type build, but with more muscle. It's a pretty cool build, but he's rather strong, and that's what also like indicates more freaky genetic factors, because he's never been like, he always had a V taper no matter like what body weight he was at or what body fat percentage he was at, even though he may seem like obese to himself, but it's like, no, like you're just you have a good structure and all that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of returning lifters, when you have nice genetics, you're like, oh, I don't have to do that much, so you kind of like take breaks, like, I'm good, kind of like Shansborough. I mean, like, he can row 315 for like 20 reps, and he's not really like doing a whole lot, but most lifters, will always surpass these people by even just a little bit, or just a little bit, or they'll have the same physique, and they have way worse genetics because they're always putting in that work. So imagine if, we put in that work, Like for me, I used to squat a lot of weight, 405 for 20 reps is my best. Bench, not very good. My bench is trash, but I never really practiced bench that often until now. Most I ever benched in my life was, I think it was 270. Yeah, 270 on the bench, 265, something like that. I don't really care about bench, but recently I hit like 235 for 4 that one day, which is pretty good. And I just started benching it for like a month straight, going from like 185 to 240, like almost 240 for like a working set. So I'll take a 60-pound, or what do you call it, like a 50-pound increase in 1 month. And that's just for bench, and I don't really bench, but my row's really good. My row's always been really good. So there's that. And yeah, I just have, I can progress pretty quickly at any lift that I try at. But it's all about doing it every day. And that's all it comes down to, guys. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Alright, peace.